I am the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. What's up, everyone? I am currently trying to set up and talk at the same time because there's too much to talk about. Like, just flush this shit. There's a new person. Welcome the new person to the dark night of the soul, which I'm actually going to walk you through quite well right here. Yesterday we pulled some very daunting cards, dude. They were like, for reals, like, oh fuck, we're in some serious shit here. I knew what we were getting into, but you didn't, and it is my job to prepare you. I was in my head thinking, like, fuck them, let them fucking buy the book themselves. I mentioned it. This book, please purchase this book. Please purchase this book to keep up with us. That's how I know the dark night of the soul. I know the levels. Oops, sorry, that would be my fault. I know the levels to it based on this book, based on a card. So yesterday we picked a couple cards up, and I was like, oh shit. We picked up Kalik, which is endurance. Kalik's at the very bottom of it. Famanach was at the bottom of that fucking shit, and at the top was Sheila Nagig. We had some shit pop up at us yesterday. These are very intense levels of the dark night of the soul, and I too myself am experiencing them. So we need to really go into it because, you know, we just keep going into it. I've gone over this shit so many times. You're like, damn, again? One more? Yeah, there's seasons to this shit, bro. I pulled the cards. This book I got later, but it goes with it. I saw it later. I got them, you know, based on they go together, but this one has more of it. So anyways, we're also going to verify that in our almanac. We can verify that this really is happening. Yeah, let me take a breath on that one. There's a lot going on. I just knew it. I know it. And right now, me, myself, I'm in it. So I can't do nothing but teach you about what's going on as we're going through it. So I'm going to, I posted in my community page that I had made one of my sage burns. I made a little sage burn. What is that? I call them sage burns, but there's far more in them than sage. What's in this one? Oh God, I put a picture of it. Let me see if I can remember everything. Deity of Crete, the meadows, queen of the meadows, thistle, juniper, mistletoe, oak, star anise, white sage, rose petals. Can't remember what else. There's a lot in there. Did I put woodworm? I can't remember. It's all in the picture. I tried to get it all, capture it for you guys. That is herbs that we use not only for these goddesses, but I can tell you, I can feel it, that the other energy is shifting yet again. The Egyptian energy has shifted along with the Krishna and the Odin energy. I don't have those cards present, but I will get to that when I can, because I'm seeing other cards pop up too. The witch cards are popping up. They're all in a certain part of my trunk, and I don't have them ready. So how I do them is I mix my stuff. I write a little message down on here, and I burn, and I think about it. I have a leftover burn of that I've already been burning in here. That's a whole different mix from last week. So we're going to do double burns. We're in between is what I would say. If I'm not guided to leave and go into another one, we're in the in-between. What is this? Honors, offerings, you know what I mean? Magic, bro. Magic. If you put them together with your intentions, magic happens. What am I intending? That's my own magic, bro. What are you intending? I'm giving you my power, and you put it with your intentions. The whole point of this is healing for sure, though. Always healing, dude. Why? Because our sicknesses keep us from progressing. And that's just really the truth. It's like, why am I not married yet? Because I'm not fucking fully healed. I'm not healed enough to be able to be in a relationship just yet. And that's what I've been working so hard at, is like, you know, and fuck you if you're like mad that it's taking me so long, but I had 39 years of fucking trauma and drama that just fucked up my life, and it's taken me a long time to understand what happened to me all those years. I wasn't there. So I have to live each memory as they see fit, and if you're not paying attention, each memory is harder than the last. So they have to take it nice and slow on me, and that's why I wasn't there. It was too traumatic for me to experience in real life, so they had to wait till I was able to have the soul to do it. All right, let's talk about this. Fuck. In the scheme of how it goes in the book is it comes with Famanach, and that's where I said we lost Russ there. I'm going to try my hardest because these are huge chapters and teachings. Huge chapters and teachings. I just want you to have a turn straight to Famanach. Kind of an understanding of what's going on around us without going into the full teachings. And that's why it's up to you to know the book and recognize the energy for yourself. All right, so Famanach is just Hera. It's a fucking jealousy. Just imagine jealousy as a person, okay? Jealousy, envy, obsession, your inner child, guilt, shame, transformation, revenge, storms, and scrying. What did we get yesterday? Calling in the storms. Scrying. What is scrying? Scrying is staring at any object. Witches can do it. Some people do it with mirrors, water, fucking crystal balls. I just stare into fucking space all day. I could stare to your face and fucking leave the fucking universe. It's just where you stare, you put your focus on something, and then other stuff comes into focus. All of this comes up, and this is all shit that, I've been dealing with. My inner child, I've been dealing with guilt and shame. It's transforming me. I've been dealing, with my revengeful little fucking ways. My obsession with having my way, my envious, my jealousy, knee-jerking reactions or triggers. All right, this is all about your triggers and how your outbursts, control, and revenge. Okay, for working with her, this is usually autumn and winter. The waning and the dark moon. You're going to want to use bergamot, monjour, yellow hyacinths, blue calcite, all this other shit. All right, so basically she's all about recognizing your emotional triggers, what you do when you're triggered, and why you act like that. I fucking blew up on someone this morning, and I told them that they're like, damn, I didn't know this is what you do. So this is what I do. This is why, because the conversation like literally led into it. So you don't hang out with no one? No, I have a very difficult life. Aside from my life, the work that I do makes me estranged, right? And I started to say something like that. And what happened? I ended up calling them fucking Epstein, Weinstein, and told them that I'm the type of person that'll put you in the dirt and get away with it. And all they did was invite me over. What happened? Sexual traumas. We'll get to Sheila Nagig in a minute. What happened? They made a remark that triggered the shit out of me, and the worst part of me came out and attacked them very badly. They were cool about it, but still, it's not cool. And I'm not ready. Anything can do that to me. Why? Because of everything that's been done to me. Have compassion or don't. I have to forgive myself when these moments happen and understand, what did you just do? Why did you do that? Why did I do that? It was a self-protective mechanism. My fucking feelings came out of my mouth, and it was to protect myself. So I'm going to call you mean words, and I'm going to attack you so I don't feel like this, so I don't hurt, because you just said something that's touched a hurt. And I was like, and now I have to unpack this. There's some memory attached to this that I don't know. And it's trying to surface, and it's Saturday, so it's what I do on a Saturday. Like, are you serious? Yeah, that's what I do. So revisiting your inner child, we do that all the time. I have to. What happened to me? What happened to me to make me act and talk and feel this way, right? We talk about she makes you aware of your triggers. I just blurted out. I was triggered. You said something, and I'll explain what you said and what it made me feel, what part of my life it's attached to, right? And then, then we can go from there. It talks about your vengeful actions, and that's what I said, dude. If I feel uncomfortable, I'm the type to put you in the fucking ground. Meaning, am I really a killer? No, but anybody can be if they're scared for their life, and what he said made me scared for my life. Did he really say anything like that? No. But that's what came out of my mouth. Transformation becomes you, and that's it. All you can do is become aware. In the beginning, all you can do is be aware of it and try to start to understand it. It stops when you start healing the things that cause it, but it won't stop until you start to understand where it's coming from. And I don't, I know where it's coming from, but at the same time, I haven't got to the point where I can, why did it come out like that? Okay, so that's Famanach. Famanach is about, let's see. Signs that she's around you is butterflies, worms appear, you may become snappy and irritable, you can't control your reactions, you react with child resorts, your inner light fades, you feel guilty or shame, you're driven to seek revenge, jealousy eats you up, storm weather appears. It's coming, but I'm trying not to. You hear the sweet sound of pipes and harps. You experience jealousy and can't control your triggers. Okay, so that's part of it. Now we go into a couple chapters later. After we work with that, that sends you straight into your own hell, right? So we talk about the goddess Hel, who's from Odin and the 9 realms, and how she looks over hell. I am the goddess Hel, how we don't have anything to do with it. The next thing is Sheila Nagig. Right after that, this is the initiation of desperation. This talks about your fertility, sexuality, protection, birth, feminine power, feminine mysteries, inner critic, silence, the great void, and mysteries. This is also autumn and winter, okay? Herbs used are the clary sage and rose, okay? What is this all about? God. It's all about sexuality. Similar to Kali and other goddess figures in India and the Southeast Asia, and in keeping up with the internal gifts of birth, death, and regeneration. She's another form of me, and we're back in Kali, and that's why I shared that. Kali is all of this. This is, other than Famanach. Famanach is Hera, but Sheila Nagig is Kali, and so is Kalik. These are just really serious parts of you. We talk about protecting yourself and how you give yourself. You know what I mean? It talks about, let me see, I'm like, it's all about it. It's like yourself as the inner critic, how you surrender yourself and use yourself as a piece of meat. Just got into a huge conversation with that fuckhead about that. Oh, God. I'm so in it. All I could do is pull the books out and tell you how deep I'm in it. So that's it. It's like, psychological symptoms anxiety can go hand in hand with this stage of the dark night of the soul. They will affect you. You'll feel as though you're going mad, as though you've lost control, like you're going to die, that you're going to faint, be sick, or an incurable disease. Feel as though everybody is looking at you and criticizing you. Feel detached from everything and everyone. Want to run away and hide to escape your situation. Are on the edge the entire time and alert that to all that's around you. Are exhausted from all the above. Right? Rejection, loss, betrayal, and everything the dark night represents can wound you deeply and psychologically, leaving you feeling ostracized. Neuroscientists have revealed that isolation causes us to experience actual physical pain and an impediment to good mental health. You begin to question everything that's going on, and in those lonely moments, your mind works overtime to give every thought and perception a sinister flavor. That's where I was, you know what I mean? It was like I was just killing myself for what I was doing, condemning myself for what I was doing, and everybody's viewing you, and everybody, I could literally hear your thoughts, though. It's not like it wasn't real. And it's like I need to deflect what is happening outside and worry about inside. So we talk about your inner critic, feeling sad and down, depressed, confused thinking, withdrawing from friends, problems with alcohol, changes in your sex drive, excessive anger, hostility and violence, suicidal thoughts, depression. Let's see, this all is like crazy comes on, and it's all having to do with, you know what I mean, your connections, your intimate connections with other people, and how your desperation to have connections with other people, and how low you've sunk, and how much you've taken just to be close. It's really a lot about codependency as well. Feelings of desperation, suicidal thoughts. You no longer recognize yourself. Everything seems dark. You have a feeling of emptiness. You can't switch off your critical mind. You sense an air of mystery. You're drawn to visit old churches and castles. You keep seeing spirals. You keep seeing Triskelion symbols or configurations of the number 3. The fertile doll represents itself. You experience utter desperation at this stage of the dark night of the soul. It's not fun. It's not fun. Reflecting on identifying sexual triggers and feeling of sexual inadequacy, or inequality. Reflections on positive affirmations of self, and that's it. Is, you know what I mean? We go through a lot of that as men and women, and that's what was brought up too as adversary. Everybody's competing to be, this guy, that girl, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? It teaches you some mirror magic, meditation for journeying into the void, and that's your darkest place where you hurt. You go into the hurt places. All right, after that is Ceridwen. Ceridwen meets us in there and gives us a little bit of light, and we can get our, some inspiration. We talked about that. Then Maeve comes in. She gives you the fighter spirit, and then here I come, the Morgan, to show you what to fight for. Somehow we flew past that, and we went to Kalik, which is after. We teach you what to fight for, and then you have to have the endurance to fight. It's all about it. What comes after Kalik? You know, to be honest, the best things. After you learn your endurance, then you're out. Then it's art of media. And it's the last stage of it. But this is it. So we're all in different stages of it. It's all coming up at once. We're using all of these stages to get through this. Kalik is basically Kali. Again, autumn and winter, Scots pine, dark moon, stones, hagstones, thistle, heather, gorse. All right, let's talk about Kalik. Messages from the Kalik. Reasons for working with Kalik. Unless you've healed from or have broken patterns of the past, you will repeat them until you are freed. That's it. They're bringing us back to it. This isn't over. Meaning there's still shit you're doing. And there is. What did he say? Oh, he had it coming. He said something weird about a massage, bro. He's like, yeah, but, you know, what if I wanted a massage? Like, he was asking me if I'd be that person. And I completely lost my mind on him. It's like, take it easy, fucking Epstein. I feel like you're just trying to get me over there for that. Is that your full intentions? You just want me? I was like, didn't I make it very clear that I'm a fucking priestess? Didn't I already tell you about my background? That you know, how can I say this lightly other than saying I survived R. Kelly's meat locker? Okay, domestic violence and sexual abuse my entire life. Touch is not my favorite thing. You know what I mean? And I've got this person that just recommended, you know, said something about touch, and I fucking lost my mind. And that's why it's so confusing. It's like, wait a minute, you told me you couldn't take touch, and now you're telling me you want my dick? Yeah, I didn't know that was in there. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know what's going on. Do you understand? Yeah, I can teach you, but teaching you is only because I'm healing myself and trying to teach myself and learning from myself. That's why this isn't a fucking tarot channel. That's why this isn't for, you know what I mean? It's none of that bullshit, dude. This is really real life shit. I really am. I really am living my karma. And I really am trying to put it together. And I really am a soul in a fucked up consciousness, trying to piece it all together. With all the world's eyes on me. And it gets a little, that's why I cried. I'm like, all right, what are you doing, bro? What? You wish they'd catch a break. Well, what is the break? You know what I mean? Where's the break? That's Kobe. It's Nipsey. The marathon continues. It might take me my whole life to understand the life that I had. I don't want to do this all alone forever. I don't need you to understand, because even I don't. Just stand by me. I keep trying to heal, because I know I'm the problem, but I can't rush it. I'm doing everything, and it's like, you're like, when will it end? I don't know, dude. The shit that happened in my life, man, it just keeps coming up. More and more and more. Imagine your whole life is gone. And the reason it's gone, because it was all bad things. And now the only way you can go forward is to face all those bad things. The grace is that it's already done. But when you face it for the first time and you feel it for the first time, it doesn't feel like it's done. That just helps you get it done. Truthfully, my eyes hurt from crying. My body's weak. I'm just trying to keep my head up above everything. Failure's not an option. I can't just nothing. I don't really care to know who I was, because it doesn't matter, because I'm not that person. I really don't care what happened to me, but it stops me from going forward into being what I really want to be. Every time I try to, go in a direction, there's some part of me that got hurt along this way, and I can't go forward without going backwards. And every time I go backwards, it's like so hard to get right back to just where I was, let alone go any fucking further. And that's what people say, and they think that, somebody thinks, some idiot out there thinks their magic's working on me, or they're holding up my abundance, or they're stopping me from love, or that they have some power over my life. You're fucking an idiot, bro. You can't make the memories come any faster, and you can't make them go away, and you can't make them anything. You can't make my mind work. I don't know how it works, and that's the whole thing that I'm doing over here. But when it's all said and done, the alternative was being crazy, going the rest of my life without even knowing I was alive. Just moving. I had such little memories. Meaning I was present so little in my life. I don't know. You know what really pisses me off? Is people calling me crazy now. It's like, fuck, bro. I lived my whole life crazy. It's crazy trying to put it together. It feels crazy. And that's it. It's the survival skills. It's like, you gotta keep digging, bro. We just gotta keep digging through every fucking part. And yeah, I mean, I guess it could be a great story like Sybil, where I could have had a great therapist somewhere along the way that would have took all the fucking, all of the glory for saving me and bringing me back to life. But it wasn't. It was me. It was always me. Nah, shut up, fucking Ross. And then it was me and my twins. And all they can do is stand back and watch. They really can't get close because the closeness is just, I try. That's what it is. It's like I really try my hardest to open up to you guys. But as close as I can, then some fucked up part of me turns on and I can't do anything but run from you. And I don't even know that I'm doing it and why. Until after I'm fucking 5 states away and I don't know how I got here. And that sounds pretty much like my whole life if you think about it. And that's it. It's like, why doesn't it stop? Because it's in my body. I don't think this. My body, you know what I mean? Like, it's programmed to do things. When people say things, it knew how to act and talk and react to things. And it would just do it. I don't know how much control you guys have over your mind and your actions, where you like think about what you're going to say before you say it, or you know what you're going to do before you do it. I never had those moments. I always just stood there like, what just happened? Never even knowing what really happened. I'm just sitting there in a mess, waking up from a beating, or somewhere naked, or all kinds of horrible things. Just waking up battered, bruised, and alone, not knowing how I even got here and what just happened to me. It doesn't happen physically anymore, but it's mental. Like, how did I even get here? What the fuck is going on? I had no reason to flip out on that guy, other than the fact that he doesn't seem to take no for an answer. But I don't fault him in the sense that I'm the first girl to be nice to him, and he wants to make a connection and thinks that he can because I understand him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't fault myself for what I said, and it's like there's no one to blame. It's just try to understand. And that's what keeps everyone so afraid of me. I don't know what you're gonna do. And what did he say? You're gonna change your feelings. Yeah, I do. But in essence, I just feel more. I just feel more. It's a heavy story. Here's a story of a fucked up lady. And yeah, I look like You have it, love and light, bitch. It's funny. Life is funny. I make the best out of it, but it's not real. I don't know. I can sit back and look at myself and feel really sad. You know what I mean? If I stood back and be like, damn, Lisa had a terrible life, I feel so sorry for her. I don't see that. I see Lilith trying to clean up her messes and having to fucking pay for what she's done. And that's why I can also take it. It's like, whether you understand it or not, the shit that's been done to me has been done to people before me. Why? Because they had an evil Lilith fucking spirit inside of them that did it to people. You know what I mean? You don't really understand my spirit. But I'm trying to help. I'm trying to make you understand by my teachings. And my spirit lies within you. You have a Lilith spirit inside of you that hurts. And as I go through my hurts, the job is to get you to see your hurts and how you and I are connected and how you must fix these things too inside of you. So you won't face this one day. Or if you've already gone through these things, so you can face it today. Today's Saturday. We're in our Saturn. Pushed to our limits. They pushed me to my limits last night. God won't let me make money. I swear to you, He's not giving me rides. Literally. He drug me down to the lowest low. I have a quarter tank of gas and no money. I have like 85 cents. He won't let me. And that's what I meant. I said it last night. He's pushing my limits because I just need to rest. I kept my app on and it won't catch anything. I went to the airport. Same thing. Downtown. Same thing. He won't let me work out of this. He won't let me out of it. Meaning you can keep running from it, but it's right inside. There's nothing outside you can do. In the sense of, why do you do this? He took care of everything. I have cigarettes. There's always fucking free weed in Colorado. We have plenty of fucking food. We've got everything. He wants me to just sit in it, and you don't want to sit in it. And, what is it? I just told you about. Obsession, envy, jealousy, sexual fucking traumas, and trying to have the endurance to get over it. Every time it comes up, it's harder and harder to face. Why didn't it work with all these guys? Because I can't get close, not physically close to anybody. And that's where the conversation is. It's like, you don't have no friends or anything? It's like, well, that's a hard thing to explain. But no, I don't. All I wanted was a friend and Bobby, and he fucking offered it to me. And then he took it away, of course. Indian giver. And, but then underneath it was something else hidden. A dark side of me that I didn't fucking know. And I fucking faced it, but then I'm stuck with it. What do I fucking do with it now? Fuck. And it's fun and exciting. Marshall with his ask me about my penis t-shirt. Let's talk about it. In the sense of I'm closer to talking, you know what I mean? But I'm not. I'm no closer to being able to be close to someone. I can get physically close, but then the emotions start in. And it's like, whose fault is this? Is it my mom's fault? Because she raised me or didn't raise me? Is it, you know what I mean? Whose fault is it? Or is it just a life, bro, and I just gotta figure it out? It's just a life, bro. It's the life I was giving. I can fucking figure this out and make it better, but it's not gonna figure itself out easily. Oh, it's the star anise. I'm like, why isn't this burning? Star anise doesn't burn well, guys, just so you know. That's a beeswax candle. It's a representation of Venus. Bring some love into this situation. I also did an anointing with some of my witch oils. I switched over into my Kali and Lilith oil in the last week, not realizing it. I had an intuitive guide to pull my Kali cards. That was the other card I was thinking about, and they're all about Kali. Going back to Kali. What's the Kali? The Kali is the double duality inside of us, the mothering, the hard mother, the mommy dearest and the mommy sweetest. It is the Lilith and the Sheila Nagig all in one. I mean, not the Sheila Nagig, the Shekinah. Oh, there you go. Thanks, God. Blow it. And then it's already burning the stuff that's under it, too. We're having a multi-burn here. We're in the multiverse. Hey, I smell weed. Is there weed in there, too? Maybe. It's my ashtray. I use it for an ashtray, too, sometimes. Alright, so that's what we're talking about. Let's see. Although you are experiencing a new lifetime here and now, your current lifetime is actually mirrors of your past life, and that includes people you meet and love. That's it. I'm only allowed my soul contracts. Nobody new. No new friends. And what does that mean? Soul contracts. Karma from last... Whatever the fuck we did or didn't do in the last life is coming into this life. You know what I mean? And that's what I said about Wolfman. You're a soulmate, bro. You know, there's a couple... There's quite a few soulmates. Do you want to know some other ones that are part of this? There's many soulmates. We have quite a few. A lot of West Coast rappers. Daddy Yankee's part of it. We have a lot of soulmates that are part of our group. Really, we do. But you know, they're on the... when you're this deep, again, look at the battlefield. I'm the leader, right at the fucking infantry line. So then you got me and my 12 disciples, and it goes down, you know, the chain of command. So, you know, you're out there looking in. You want to jump in, then jump in. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say about that. Let's see. Have you ever met somebody and felt as though you've known them forever? Did you feel an overwhelming familiarity? You couldn't say that word either. An intensive rush of energy when you meet your current partner or a previous lover? If the answer is yes, it's because you've known them on a soul level. Before each lifetime, you agree... This is going to make me fucking cry. You agree on... Because I was like, please, I prayed for a soulmate to get me out of this. But the only way out is in. You can't save me from this. Nobody can. Can't you just stand by? I've got to teach everyone by teaching myself. It's ugly, I know. It's so ugly and it feels so ugly. But I promise the beauty that comes from it later. You don't understand how dirty you gotta get to plant a seed. It's dirty work. But I've seen it. It works. I promise. This works. I wouldn't do it if it didn't. It's a Trump mentality, motherfuckers. We didn't come here to lose. Oh, God. Before each lifetime, you agree to meet up again. What your role will be and what you need to do in order to heal and move on. You have already met previously in other lifetimes. All the people you know now. Incredible, isn't it? Some are here to support you. Others are here to act out their previous roles until you get the lesson. Thanks, Adam. He's fucking as dumb as the dirt. I want to tell you that. He really hates my divinity, too. I don't believe... What do you say? I just laughed. I don't believe in chicken bones and unicorns. I was like, you talking about Baba Yaga? She's gonna eat you up, motherfucker. You talking about Kelly? I was like, please don't start. I don't have to be spiritual with you. Don't make me. Everything that comes up for you to deal with in this lifetime is because it hasn't been resolved yet from another. That's why I told you I have to do all this. And so much more, because I wasn't just Lilith. I have to clean up all the dark goddess, bro. I've already been to heaven. I'm fine there. It's that I have to do my work. I can go back anytime I want, but the truth is this is what I came to do. I waited a long time. A fucking long time. Not doing it till the end. For instance, you may have been abandoned by a parent. A partner may have cheated on you. Perhaps you've had wealth stolen from you or been unfairly dismissed from employment. Or you've had to deal with the death of a sibling, child, parent, or guardian. Whatever your dark night of the soul has been, it most likely will be history repeating itself and a process needed to be healed. And that's what I try to show you, is that this stupid thing that I'm going through in this life has nothing to do with this life. It's all about my past lives. And I can't go forward until I clean this up. For the moment you can accept and move on, you are released, and you don't have to repeat it in this lifetime or any others. And that's how you can close contracts with people. That's how you've learned your lesson, you're done with them. When I tried to say that about Bobby, God said this isn't over. And that's where it's like there's more. There's always fucking more. Issues such as abandonment, low self-esteem, or lack of confidence will gradually disperse as you beginning the healing process. And that's it. You're filled with just that to begin with. Your self-esteem starts to come, but it can still be knocked down. You can still put the skin back on and feel how sad it is to be you. You know what I mean? You can lose your confidence. One day you want to take a selfie, the next day you don't want anybody to see you. Abandonment, we've all been abandoned. That's where it is where's the abandonment? In essence, the soul's craving to it thinks that we've been abandoned by God. We have this belief that's taught to us that we are put apart. So our body, our hearts cry for this. We're crying for our Father who art in heaven. But the real truth of it is we have abandoned our Father. And I know that only as the Lilith when he came to me. He came to me and I acted like, he had left me. Like, it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, meaning, I ran away and I came home and there was no more home. You left me. And that's really what it comes down to, with Adam. It's like, that's how, Adam and Lilith's relationship is I fled and he felt abandoned, but God created him someone and I felt the same abandonment. You know what I mean? And then I fled the garden, so I felt abandoned, and he got kicked out of the garden, and he felt abandoned. We've carried this, both of us, in different realms for a very long time. Everything, and that's where it is where you realize, and that's when he said that. He's like, I love you like my brother, and it's like, you are my brother. And that's how I see my twins, and that's why I love them so much, because of that. The ability to be so open with Marshall. Yeah, some of it triggers him. That's what we talked about this morning. I know some of this triggers you. But in essence, if you don't judge me, it just pushes you into your deep, dark spaces. But it's that free-flowing that you're here. You're like Kobe. You're always there with me. They're always there with me. And that's Russ. He's always there. He doesn't know what to say, and everything he says, he puts his foot in his mouth. But he's, that's what they were yelling at me out. He's trying to write music to you again. Stop it. I can't stand it. And that's why. Why? Because you're sending mixed signals. You know what I mean? You're not being fully authentic and true to what you really want to say. And that's frustrating because all I need is the truth so I can understand what the fuck is going on. The whole fucking world is full of lies. The only thing truthful out here. Everything that is thrown at you is to help you grow and evolve. And you cannot grow until you acknowledge and understand the lesson and then let go. And that's it. Is like, am I just supposed to feel this rejection forever? You know what I mean? That's what I said when I first walked into it. I was like, maybe it's just my turn to feel rejection. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to feel it. I just wanted to let it go. And that's what I told him today. I had to face him again today. I heard his frequency. And I was like, look, I am amazing at letting people go and forgetting about them and being all on my own. It's all I've ever done my entire life. It's working on a relationship and trying to keep a connection that's hard work that I can't seem to grasp. Letting you go is all I know. That's all I've ever done is let people go. You know what I mean? Or push them away. But ultimately, you know what I mean? You thinking that I'm suffering being by myself is a fucking lie. It's all I know. I'm scared, just like that. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one. And I always make jokes, but I'm very serious. Well, what do I feed you? What do I do with you? How do I hang out with you? Where am I supposed to sit? Do I have my own room? Where's my place? I don't know my place with people because people have never been placed in my life. And the ones that did were only karma. Really harsh lessons. This one is a good one. Here she goes to speak about her battle with her mother and Christianity in this lifetime. Sometimes something I needed to sort out from another lifetime. But what about my father, who left me when I was a young teenager? We were repeating the past life. I obviously had abandonment issues, which was why my self-esteem was so low. It's like, why did you leave me? Why didn't you just stick it out with me? I said that when I woke up. Why does everybody keep leaving me? Of course, I didn't realize until I had gone through the process of the dark night of the soul, but I found the moment I took ownership, I was able to start the healing process. Why am I alone? Because I've always been alone. I'd go and have adventures, but I always like to be alone, and that's what I tell you. I love to be in the void, in the dark, all alone, just watching the world move and turn. Me and the watchers, me and all of God's angels, we just watch. I set myself outside, and now I just don't know how to get back in. And I'm right here. But I don't, I say it, but I don't, you know what I mean? I don't understand it. I say I want these things, but then I don't. Or I do. I say I don't want to hang out with people, but I like people. Such chaos. Just chaos. And all I can do is have peace in the chaos and understand it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be mad that I was so set apart, but now I understand it, and it is my strength, but it's also my weakness. But you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Everything about me is my strength and my weakness. It's not like one, it's a duality in everything. I really love it, but I really hate it. I'm just a full balance of dark and light. And I'm trying to always balance it, but anything can push it, you know what I mean? Not anything anymore, but I'm more comfortable in my dark than in the light. Why? Because I guess, honestly, just because that's what when I started this, I didn't even, when the Lilith came over me, it was the scariest thing that I've ever felt inside of my body. And then, I couldn't even begin to even understand why I was, I felt so dark. But the dark feelings is really, it's just, it is me. It feels good to feel like me. But the light is just me too. I'm naturally light. It's a hard thing. Let's see. I've always loved history and was obsessed with certain periods of time. Whenever I walked past old Victorian houses, I pretended I was from those days, for Victorian London calls my depths. The time periods you find yourself fascinated with are the ones you've previously lived through. Yeah, beautiful. I try to tell you. Again, your imagination won't allow you because your logic won't believe it. You can't make your mind believe some shit. Anyways, she goes back to it. I think about the periods in history that you're drawn to. She loves the Dark Ages, including the Saxons and the Vikings. She's crazy about Greece, Rome, and Egypt. And she loves the Tudor times and the, let's see, what is this? Plantagenets, and amongst others. She has no interest whatsoever for World War II, for instance. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like you're called to these time periods because that's where you're from, is these time periods. You know what I mean? You're from a different time. And now you're here in this time. The Khalik will help you step out of the shadows she finds you in. As you endure her cruel and harsh terrain just to survive, you may find yourself repeating destructive patterns again and again. It's a purge. You didn't even know it was going to come out, bro. It's in there still. Where did this come from? She will teach you to honor your born survivor, to endure each lesson that is waiting to be learned. If you feel you are a prisoner of emotions to someone who once abandoned you or treated you badly and continues to do so, you may have taken out a vow in a previous lifetime to protect or look after that person. That's why I can't break these vows, bro. I've tried it. I've done it. That's what I was like. As he said that, I don't believe in it. I thought about me, you know what I mean, doing the cord cutting removal for him. It didn't work. I can't. As magical as I am, I could do so much banishment, but when we're talking about a fucking silver lining cord that God put on me, a noose, if you will, we're tied together in this lifetime or the next, you guys. You don't understand it. You don't understand it. But, going back to my twin flames, even though each of you weren't part of each life, You must understand that by now, especially, that you're the same frequency of person. You would have to be in order to be in my frequency. Therefore, you're all alike. Here, Marshall, we are not alike. Yeah, the fuck you are, motherfuckers. You're exactly the same. Fucking put a goatee and a fucking beard on both of you and all of you, and it's all colors of the rainbow. You really are. You have to be for it. You know what I mean? But it's parts of me at different time that calls to me. You know what I mean? It's like my King of Swords is always going to be my King of Swords, bro. I always have to carry my sword. You know what I mean? My King of Cups is always going to be my King of Cups. You know what I mean? You know, stuff like that. It's like you guys are always going to be here because those parts of me are here. And so therefore you are here with me because you know what I mean? We were created to be partners through these times. It's just all these times are happening right now in this time because we're closing out all those timelines. It's kind of hard. Fuck your lives. I mean, seriously, you have... I can't even begin to even try to acknowledge who the fuck you were in all of your lives. I know you from specific lives, but then, you know, how many lives did you have before me? You know what I mean? Outside of me. Anyways. Good Lord. There's so much to get into that. I don't even want to unpack all that bullshit. Let's see. Where was I at? The next page, I think it was. Scotland, Isles of Lewis. It's just talking about times and stuff. If you've been have you ever been drawn to visit a sacred site? If you've never had a chance to visit one, perhaps a certain place you would love to visit. Every sacred site has its own unique healing energy, and whatever one you feel strongly drawn to will help invigorate you on a spiritual level. We call these Earth Star chakras. That means that you yourself, in another life as a witch or whatever, you buried a part of yourself there so that you could find yourself. It's a Horcrux. Happens to me all the time. I just cross a place and now I've activated a part of me. Didn't know it was there. No, but they knew you were going to cross. You were going to walk through this timeline. You just literally step on a stool and that's it. But you were meant to step in that spot. It was always, you know, that goes back to pagans and witches and stuff. They hid the magic within the land, and certain land can activate you. So, you know, some people are drawn to major places, but I'm seeing, you know, what happened to me in Arizona. All I did was drive through those mountains, bro, and I got hit with 15 years of fucking memories. Just bam, dude. Like, I'm trying to get one memory at a time, and I got like 15 years of memories just driving through those fucking mountains, which I had never done in this lifetime. Not that I know of. But it was hidden in those mountains, bro. The hills have eyes. You know what I mean? I was afraid to go through them because, you know, I didn't want to go over into San Diego because I didn't want to face the feelings. But as soon as I started making the trip towards San Diego, I got all the memories and feelings without actually having to get there. And I came back with them and I, you know, alchemized them. And it just happens, you know. That's it. There's places. Let's see. Let me keep going. That's page 255. Ceremony for connecting with sacred spaces, and that's what's being drawn with. That's what's happening to Wolfman. He's being drawn to sacred sites, left and right, left and right. That's what was happening. I don't know. I believe they were doing it purposely on, you know, magical intentions. As far as Russ and his family, they were going to sacred sites purposely. But because he's attached to me and I can access his soul, I was just, you know, he didn't really get anything out of it. I was just taking it. Which of the following statements best describes how you feel right now? What is this? This is a test. Take this quiz to discover the sacred site that is best for you by answering the questions straight from your heart. Without overthinking them, you'll identify your personal connection with a sacred place that holds the particular healing energies most beneficial to you and your circumstances to help bring out more balance, to enhance spiritual connection, and to assist or help you. So I had done this the first time, and I got an answer. I don't know. But the choices are Glastonbury in Somerset, which is a town steeped in the stories of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, and the mythical island of Avalon. Let's see. Another one was Stonehenge. C was Callanish on the Isles of Lewis in Scotland. Your strong sense of connection to the past and sensitivity to your soul draws to the Scottish Stonehenge. And okay, that was a bit much. Okay. I got a huge download. They showed me the shifts of the plates. how everything, all the land was connected till it shifted, and how you might not understand it, but that land was your land before it shifted. Because I'm always like, why the fuck am I in America? The fuck am I doing in America? No, actually, it's no question, you know what I mean? It's the home of sin. But in the sense of, you know, how do I have all of this here in America? Because they showed me, you know what I mean? And that's it. If you go through the core, it doesn't matter where you are. Drop down to the bottom. Let go and drop to the bottom, and you're on the other side. It's a round planet. Tap into the planet. Snap into a Slim Jim is what I heard. Anyways, sorry. That was just a huge download. It's like it was all connected. You walked all the land before the land split. The stone circle is believed to have been built in an astronomical calendar. He was at the Vatican, and that's what he said. I was like, do you understand the kind of shit that's at that place? Do you know that all that shit's there that I need to activate? Do you know how much magic's there? Do you have the ability? Are you tapping into it? Are you touching it? Is it touching you? Are they fucking putting it all in there, and then you'll come and I can get it off of you? And that's it too. You're a Horcrux. You're a cup. You have no idea what they're hiding inside of you, meaning the spirit realm. You're full of information, bro. You are a warrior for the universe. You're on the battlefield. You are playing this game, and you don't even know that you're part of it. You don't know what kind of fucking weapons are hidden in your backpack. What's your backpack? Your fucking chakras, bro. Unpack them. All right, a new darkness. Are you brave enough to allow the past hurts to leave you in return for transformation? The Khalik will reveal to you the truth that is hidden in the guise of family, friends, work colleagues, and all you hold dear. What if she were to tell you that most of your life has been an illusion? For your perception of others has masked the truth of identities and intentions of others. She is the queen of disguises and holds the key to transformation, but only if you're willing to journey through the darkness of to your greater fear. You have to do the things you fear most. As you retreat within to lick your wounds, and that's where it is what's going on. I gotta lick my wounds, dude. I just took a beating. The Khalik will ensure that the truth of each person who is significant in your life is heightened. And that's it. As you sit back in that perception, you're looking at yourself, and now you start to see everyone else a little bit different. As you start to look at yourself different, you can see what was happening, how God was positioning these things. And that's what I meant. You know, I didn't see what Wolfman's play. You know what I mean? I didn't see any of this. I didn't see it. And then once you see it, you have to act on it. If you have the eyes to see, as he says, you have to act on it. In the sense of, I reached out. How much reaching shall I do? You know what I mean? And that's him. He has to face his fears now. All right. Now the ball's in your corner. What are you going to do with it? Don't think that I won't grab another ball and go play by myself. That's all I ever do. As you retreat within to lick your wounds, you will and be ensured, blah, blah. Be prepared, for you could face with a world you no longer recognize, as you could lose everyone. And that's what happens. Little by little. And when I woke up, it was, at that moment, it was my music career. I was working on a music career. Everybody in the industry was fucking false and fake. And I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, no, they're my friends. No, they're good people. No, no, no. My brothers, my family, everyone. I started to see it. My children, that fucking killed. Everyone, they were all just strategic people to fucking, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. This doesn't mean that you lose the love, or excuse me, this doesn't mean that those you love are going to physically die. She can only take with her those who have chosen to change form on a soul level, and those whose spirits aren't strong enough to survive yet another journey through the wheel of the year. And that's it. When you lose somebody, it's because their time is done. You know, why would you wish fucking 20 more years of suffering on Pac? 30 more years of fucking what on Kobe? You know what I mean? 50 more years of what on Nipsey? You wish death upon them, because that's what it is. You want them to have a good life, but this is death. We shall die. Whether here or, you know, whether today or another, we will die. That's the inevitable. You're wishing death no matter what. And you want them to endure the time until their time has come. That's all we're here to do, is endure until our time has come. Yeah, some people have happy-go-lucky fucking bullshit-ass lives. Why them? Yeah, it's their life. They got that life. I've had many great lives. Total queen. Feed me fucking... I'm gonna sit here and, you know... Do you know that chair that they made? I'm so responsible for that chair. Oh, God, this is a great one. There was a chair made in the medieval times for married women. It was a pleasing chair. It was cut out. It almost looked like a toilet. It was for when our men were gone. We would bring in men to eat pussy so that we wouldn't cheat. They were there only to serve us so that we could be loyal women and wait for our men. Did you know that exists? Oh yeah, instead you guys are riding sex toys and shit. Yeah, I made sure that was one of my contributions to, you know, mankind. It's a funny one. Sorry. It's funny because, you know, I'm sorry. Let me just stop. I don't want to explain anyway. Where am I supposed to go from here? Where am I? Whatever. Oh gosh. And that's it. It's like, you know, can you endure another year? What is this year gonna bring? You guys have this fucking, you know, love and light, motherfucker. I'm gonna win a Grammy next year. That's gonna take a lot of work. That's a lot of work, bro. Are you really gonna do that again? You're gonna spend a whole year trying to do what you keep doing? That's a lot of work, bro. And that's it. It's like, how many years do you expect people to put into life? How much life do you want them to give? And that's what I had a talk with my daughter about this yesterday. I was like, when God gave us life, he gave us so many years to do so much, but we wouldn't learn. He had to keep cutting it down because we just were wasting year after year after year. He realized we needed more life. We needed a new life. You know what I mean? We would just waste a life, a whole fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So that's why he made the life, you know what I mean? Okay, now you can have different lives. Instead of having one long ass life, you can have a bunch of little lives. Faithful as he is. And that's just it. Let's see. Instead, it means that everything you've gone through has caused the death of your ego, of insecurities that caused you to show off. Wait, where am I? Be prepared, for you may face this doesn't mean that the love of those you love are going to physically die. She could only take with you. Yeah. Instead, it may mean that everything you've gone through has caused an ego death of insecurities that has caused you to show off your big and big yourself up when you are really in need was to accept yourself and to love yourself. And that's really what it is I made myself all these things to protect myself and to be, you know, likable or digestible. But all I really needed to do was accept myself and love myself. You know what I mean? I said that, and he knows it doesn't stop him. It was like, if in the beginning, if anybody knew, they would never accept me and they would never love me. The more that I show them, the more accepting and more loving they are of me, because I'm accepting it and I'm loving me. It may be the death of a relationship or the death of a past or everything you've known. Whatever it may be, you can trust that Kalik to remove what no longer is needed for you to experience a new life, and that's Kali. She'll cut it out, dude. She'll cut whatever it needs to be done. They will remove this. Whatever it is, they will make sure it's gone. And that's where it is I was trying to cut it out. And as soon as I was, they wouldn't. It's like, no, this isn't done. What else is there to be done? Remember that the guardian of the animals, that she is the guardian of the animals. She is a protector. Just like she protects the deer from being hunted down and from the cold, hard winter she herself provides. And that's it, is I'm going to send a storm, but I'll protect you. I'll send you somewhere safe when this comes. Animals have no concept of life and can live their lives freely without worrying about death. Meaning they're not worrying about something going to get them. They're just living life. Something gets them, then they die. Can you imagine that? However, death is part of a cycle of life, death, rebirth, and without dying to the old life cannot come to you. I'm sorry to do this, Marshall, just because it's the only one relevant. But we talked about his mother dying. It sets him free, in a sense, but it doesn't. It puts him right back in his own hell. You want them to go away so that you can be free from the feelings, but when they're gone, you're left with nothing but the feelings. I didn't know what my mom did in my whole life. I didn't know what part she played, and I didn't know she was such a pinnacle factor of how my life ended up to be so horrible. I lived in a fantasy world where she was my friend and I loved my mom. And that's probably why my brothers and sisters despised our relationship so much, because they knew the truth of what my mom had done, and I didn't. And I just walked around like nothing ever happened, you know. When she died, or, you know, in my awakening, I started to awaken to what she had done. But she was so gone. She's been gone for almost 10 years now. How was I going to talk to her about this? All I had was all these feelings of these memories of what she had done that I'd never, you know what I mean? Like, I was filled with all these feelings about what she had done. And I couldn't even get at her with it. And I was so grateful for, you know, to watch Logic have that conversation with his dad. I wanted to have these conversations. There's so much I want to talk to you about. I understand now. Can we talk about this? I hear you, birdie. But I didn't, you know, as I was going through it. It's a very interesting bird. We saw another eagle fly over us the other day. I couldn't catch it. They literally fly right over here. What is it, pretty bird? It's right above me. It looks like some kind of woodpecker. Anyways, you want it to be over, you know, but I don't know how to explain it. Because it's not. You know what I mean? It's just a beginning of something new. And then when those feelings die, when he dies through the feelings of, you know, after the death of it, then it'll be again new feelings. It's just constant, you know what I mean? Death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. Meaning I felt this way and now I don't feel that way anymore and it hurts. But now I feel a new way about you. You know what I mean? It's the circle of life. Thanks, Elton John. Jesus. To help you with the dying process of the old, the worn and redundant, the Khalik will reveal to you anything that you believed was your truth, and she won't hold back in showing you the reality of relationships and situations, especially if they've failed based on dishonesty and untruths. You may have been unaware of someone's misaligned intentions, or you trusted the Weasley words of another. Okay, I'm going to say this, and he's going to be mad, but I can prove it, and I don't need to prove it. I'm not so wishy-washy. He is. And that's why he wishy-washed me, bro. Is like, he wishy-washed me. Shut up, Marshall. Gosh, this isn't helping. In the sense of, he's back and forth. But can I get mad at him? Because so am I. So literally, this is what he said. Literally. I have the message to prove it. He said, all I have is some dick. And all you want is some dick. But I'm not a piece of meat. And what the fuck does that mean? You're fucking confusing a confused person. That's what I told him. So you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. Everything is fucking with me. I just want to know the truth. What the fuck is happening right now? In a sense, like, you said you want to be my friend, but then you say you don't want to be my friend. Then you say you just want to fuck around. And you say you don't want to fuck around. What the fuck do you want? Am I talking to him or am I talking to myself and everybody's looking at me the same way? I get what I give. So this is where I'm at. I'm dealing with a version of myself. What do you want, dickhead? I don't know. What do I want? I don't know. See, you can't go nowhere with this bullshit. Can't go nowhere. Ugh. You have never been aware of someone's or you may have not been aware, and that's it. What kind of fucking weird games are you playing in your own head? You're fucking trying to play them with mine, and I'm just watching. I don't understand what's fucking going on right now. When your illusions are stripped away, you suddenly see the world around you for how it truly is, which is when everything crashes around you yet again. It's called an ego death. I do them all the time, but especially on a Friday, then Saturday, Sunday. What the fuck? However, this time it's those who were closest to you all along who are revealed. Meaning, he was just as sick as me. He was just as confused as me. It wasn't all me. It was you too. You fucking talked to me the same way I talked to you. You were just as demented as me. No wonder we were confusing the shit out of each other. Fuck do you want? Can't stand it. It's fucking frustrating. Those with something to hide eventually let something slip. Oh, yeah. That always happens. It's like, this is going to come out. The truth will prevail. Meaning, you know, it's an interrogation. It's like, I don't want to keep having this conversation. Nope. Every time we do, something else slips out. When someone suddenly declares that they are innocent of something and don't want to be held accountable, or they offer the denial all too readily, they are unwittingly admitting to their guilt. That was Russ. I love you, Russ. So no, I'm not that guy, as he posts this. I am that guy. I am so that guy. You are so that guy, dude. Why don't you realize it? Who's that guy? That's you, bro. That is so you. But is it you? It's you. And no, it's all of us, you idiot. We're all just as bad as you. We're all suffering. Who's suffering the most? Me. Because I'm actually doing the work, dickheads. Nah, actually, I think you are, because you're not doing the work. I think we're all suffering. I think that's fair to say, right? Collectively, am I talking about just me and my twin flames, or am I talking about the whole fucking planet? Yeah, we are. We're all suffering. I'm the only one doing the work, trying to show somebody how to suffer more, I guess. How to endure the suffering. Isn't that what Jesus taught us? Endurance. Damn, is Jesus our God? Sorry, that was a dumbass thing. Sorry, that was funny. It made me laugh. That made me laugh. I love you, Jesus. Alright. The Khalik will teach you that not everything stays the same, for it is the goddess who changes everything she touches. When you try to focus and believe in only light side of your life, ignoring the darker lurking in the shadows, and are taught to never venture into the dark forest alone. However, this is one old crone who is so in tune with her shadow side that it is she who in the fairy tales is revered or referred to as the wicked witch, the evil queen, and the hideous hag. She is the winter itself, and she presents herself at the magical witching hour of midnight and embraces her shadow side, for she is the one who knows exactly who she is. And that's me. I told you I was Khalik. I have to do this. I have to understand this is dark, but this is me. And that's it. That's what the connection so beautiful right now is about. Wolfman. He's all about it. I'm dark. Fuck you, love and lighters. I'm dark. Like, oh man, no wonder you're beautiful. You know what I mean? And that's why the attraction is likewise. She accepts her darkness. She's dark like me. And that's why I love Marshall. He's dark like me. You said in one of your songs, I think it was the 3 a.m. song, you said nobody has dark visions like me. Thought you was all alone on your little island, huh there, buddy? Wilson! Sorry, just having fun. Alright. Excuse me. At the heart of every tale is a battle between good and evil, which represents the internal battle we all fight from time to time. It represents our decision whether or not to do the right thing. Sometimes you will just want to scream, shout, and let it all out, but instead you stuff it as far down as possible, and you can bite your lip and do whatever is called the decent thing to conform. And that's what I'm doing right now. I told you, and that's what they did. They're like, this isn't done. I'm like, oh God, what do you want from me? And that's what I said. I don't know what to do. I know it's inappropriate to try to be your friend with these feelings, and it makes me feel bad because I know that, that's not right, because I'm told that's not right. You know what I mean? So I can't be your friend with these feelings, so I have to just take my feelings and not have a friend and not have nothing, because I got to do the right thing, right? That's what we're doing, is the right thing. That's what I told you. He's doing the right thing. There's no way this is gonna work. The fuck is the right thing? Help me understand this. Okay, just hang out with me and let me make inappropriate comments that turn you on, and then we'll get turned on and we'll see if we can control this. This is not gonna fucking work. If she was sitting here, she wouldn't even want... Did she know we're talking? Well, I told her before you did. Oh my God, Becky! You told your wife we're talking again. Oh God, Jesus. I'm gonna die. Yeah, bro, I'm dying, bro. This shit is fucking horrendous. I didn't want to be part of this. Fucking Adam and Eve. And that's what I said. Am I really supposed to be here to support Adam and Eve? What a fucked up life. That cannot be my destiny. I refuse. But but then I'm still very respectful. I don't fucking, it's my own feelings. Do you understand this? Who cares how he feels at this point? He doesn't. So who cares? Why should I care how you feel when you don't? I'm talking about my feelings. I'm such a selfish little bitch, right? Being a fucking feminazi little bitch. Fucking bitch. Me and my sexual fucking feelings. I have sexual feelings, apparently, underneath all of this trauma and drama. Right? And this, where it all is. I'm not allowed to have these feelings for this man. Because that's wrong. Right? And I'm like, well, fuck. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I finally get something. I finally find them. Finally find the feelings that I'm looking for. And you have to give it towards someone I can't have? Fucking feminazi. This is some bullshit. Right? So naturally, I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Just sit there and pretend like this ain't real? That's a lie, bro. I can't lie. That's a lie. That's some bullshit. This is all bullshit. I mean, I don't want to be here. Do you want to be here? Have you ever been in a shit like this? Nobody wants to be in no shit like this. But the truth is there's so many fucking people in shit like this. How many of you are talking to a man or a woman that's talking to other men and women? Yeah, we went real quiet right there, didn't we? Real fucking quiet, huh? They might not be married, but you're still caught up in some shit, bro. You're caught up in some shit. Nobody wants to be part of this shit with a bunch of feelings for this shit. So, you try to do what's right. Like me. Wait a minute. Wait, I lost my page. Where am I? Kalik. Come back. Art of Media. Damn, what page is that on? That's it. It's like, try to do the right thing and conform. What you are in effect doing is ignoring the wilder side of you that says, no, I'm not okay with that. Or I'm furious and I want to beat the living daylights out of you. And that's it. It's like, God, this is me. Did you say it to him? I swear to God. I told him. I was like, I'm the type of person that'll put you into the ground and get away with it. Literally. I went off. Have I done that? No, I don't think so. Think I've killed anybody in this life? I don't know. Just kidding! Calm down. Seriously. Can't be a victim and a perpetrator at the same time. Anyways. Again, the mask is on to pretend that you are the love and light, and you smile to make the right noises and to show other people how acceptable and pleasant you are. And that's it. I'm trying to be, and then I take off my mask and I'm like, meet to nice you. It amuses me to watch people in conversation and hear what they are saying to pacify to others, when I know that there are entirely different dialogue going on. And that's what I'm doing. I have to read between his lines. He's so full of shit. Why? Probably because she's reading them. Because, but if she isn't, and she's not responding, if the half of it isn't him and her, then he is totally as deranged as I was. I had a total personality disorder. You clearly have bipolar disorder. You're going from one extreme to the other, where I stayed in all extremes at the same moment. Just saying. We could work with this. But you need to figure out what the fuck is going on in your body and quit fucking with me and my body. See? That's what I mean. Fucking idiot. He's sending, he makes signals. And all that does is, you know what I mean? Push buttons inside of me. To make me and that's why I'm like, I just need to get away from you. You make all these things happen inside of me. And that's what it means to be in a twin flame journey. Like, you're making me feel all kinds of fucked up ways, bro. I don't like this. Why did I ever come into your life? Why did you ever come into my life? Why can't you just get out of my life? Why am I hearing your voice? He's like, I don't know what voices you're hearing in your head. He's so mean about it. He's so mean about my spirituality, too. I was like, don't you fucking... Oh, God. I can't... Can you see I'm so fucking out of it right now, and this is why I cannot make money. I can't nothing. I am explosive. You know what he said? Probably because I need some dick. Can you believe this guy? Can you believe this guy? Can you believe this? Believe it or not. I don't. I can't. This inner darkness is known as the shadow self, and it is something you need to come to terms with. In magic, the darkness has its place and purpose, and it is acceptable as the polar opposite of the light. However, the darkness must be confronted to face before you can move forward into the light. Hey, Wolfman, pissing me off with that shit. You say all that shit, but that's what made him block me. I came at him so hard. As I'm over here, they're killing me. They're killing me. I killed you in one shot, bro. I got him so bad he blocked me. I think about it like, why wouldn't you unblock me? Oh, I know what I said. I deleted that, bro. You could forget about it. I won't remember it. I mean, but what happened? I hit him and I literally pushed him all the way into his shadows, bro. 100%. As soon as I met him, I was like, I like you, but you've got all this going on. You need to fix that. So, bitch, and he blocked me and showed me that he actually does have all of that problems going on. Hey, I still love you. It's not a problem that I haven't dealt with a million times. I hope somebody else will deal with it, though. I'm tired of getting caught in this shit. Caught in the crossfire. Anyways, yeah. Where were we talking about? My dark side? Yeah. Ah! Your shadow side is the other side of you, but it's part of you. It is you that lives in the alternate universe. It exists in energy form. Therefore, it's real as soon as the energy is thought up and is birthed, and can never die from that moment on. And that's what I'm like, die, motherfucker, die. Once you've admitted you have a shadow side, it is time to learn and observe instead of ignoring it. If you feel, and that's what happened, I saw it come out and it was great and I was watching it, and then I was like, no, that was all bad. I should have never done that. And I started persecuting myself for letting it out. But I told you it felt real good to let it out, but then I was just hating myself for doing it. If you feel a negative emotion, should I just fuck him? Is that the answer? Just go fuck him? Just let it out? Just fuck him and find out if I remember? Is that the answer? Everybody's like, do it. I mean, seriously, what the fuck is the answer here? What's the right thing to do? Am I supposed to do the wrong thing? Is that what we're supposed to do? Just go all wrong? Just fuck it. Just fuck it. I'm just gonna fuck the shit out of you, dude, and just see what happens. I feel like that would only make everything fucking worse. I gotta be honest. I thought about it. I feel like this will make everything worse. And that I thought about it, but in the sense of I'm too scared still. Why? I'm scared. I forgot. What if I forget again? That means I wouldn't heal anything. What if I don't even remember it again? What if I'm that fucked up that I still can't experience sex? And I went and did it again for nothing. That sucks. And he just gets a good fucking load and I feel bad again. Do you know what I mean? That's why I didn't, I thought about it. But that's it. It's like, what if I forget? I don't remember him, dude. I like literally forget. If you feel a negative emotion come up, observe when it starts to become aware, observe when it starts and become aware of the trigger behavior from the shadow side. Eventually you'll be able to control it, or hopefully not even consider allowing the shadow side to sneak in. I feel like, I gotta be honest, it's not a control thing, and it's not a hide thing. I feel that when it's fed, it's fed. In the sense of, I can let my shadow sides out. And that's what's great about my twin flames. I can let my anger out and my frustration and all of my, pettiness out on Russ. And he still loves me, and I get to feed that part of my shadow. I can let, I can let all kinds of parts of myself out with each of these men. And those are my shadow parts, and they are allowed to live in the, in the context of our DMs and shit, And therefore, I don't control them, but I'm able to release them and have peace with them. And I'm so grateful afterwards that I can let this part of me speak to you. That this part of me has a voice. I'm seeing Allie especially. My heart is so weak, and it's so guarded, and it's so protected. You say Lewis, but no, not Lewis. I still have to, there's a thing about Lewis that there's a wall too. But in Allie, I can just be weak and admit my weakness to him. And it just all comes off. And I'm grateful for that, but it's only when I'm with him, because right after I have to dude, they're gonna fucking eat me up if I act like this with any of them. You know what I mean? Seriously. And that's it. It's like, I don't talk to fucking everyone like I do Russ. But Russ, remember that video? Russ likes to be talked to loud. He fuels him. You know what I mean? Shit like that. There's certain things certain parts of me I didn't let out to Marshall because, I was afraid. But little by little, I'm not afraid of those parts. As far as the sexual parts, not 100%. I was, no. And that's just it. It's like, this is really deep shit. Why is it all sexual? Because I'm the Lilith, assholes. All of my power has been used against me, and reclaiming it in this life is taking a lot of work. It's a huge power. And once I have it back, it has to be understood. You know what I mean? Never used again against any others. That's the point. You know what I mean? That's the point. It's the power of the gods given to only me. And, you know, for me to give it to another is an enormous thing. It means more than just my body. It's the power that God has given me that I did not give and that I used against others. Read the stories. I was not a giving life force in the sense of my body. Medusa, Isis, Hecate, Morgan. No. I wasn't a seductress in that sense, because I knew that's all you wanted, so I would weasel you with it. Make you bend, bend to my liking because of it. You know what I mean? So in essence, for me to try so hard to give you my power, it's difficult because it is my power. And my power, you know what I mean? You'll never fully understand it, but I hope you can start to, because truthfully, it means the same for you and your sexuality, men and women alike. Are you still there? Yep. For my men to sit there and just give their power to women, they're powerless. You feel like you've conquered these women because you fucking dicked them down, but it's not. They've taken all power from you. And vice versa. Because again, it's all manipulation. These men have power over you because they dicked you down. But ultimately, she's got power over you because you want her. And you'll do anything for it. Do you understand how dangerous these powers are that we play with? And what the fuck you're doing with them? And that you're a Lilith? And I'm not? Just kidding. Not in this life. But I mean, I have to, sort of, I guess. My very power was used against me, and the only way to reclaim it is to, you know what I mean? Just to endure the karma of what, you know what I mean? That power that I used against others. It was used against me to where I'm powerless now. I'm powerless to the idea of sex. Full of fear. Full of fear. When I tried to describe it, it just meant an excitement inside of my body. I felt an excitement, but full of fear. When I realized why, there's a couple of reasons, but especially why I black out. I realized that it was actually the whole makeup of my womb that was making me black out after penetration. So after that, I prayed for a pencil dick or more cushion for the pushing. And I'll leave that too, we don't need to go into battered womb, situation. But in the sense of that was also what was causing men to be powerless. Because of what had happened to at my child womb, it is actually child size. So they think they're about to get a woman and they get a child. And as soon as they put their very enormous man-size, appendage in the child-size womb, it's an immediate pain that goes into shock and you just go out. I realized that when I tried to do my own experimenting, when God gave me a vibrator. It's a true story. It's in my stories. He literally just found one and was like, you need to try, you need to explore. And that's how I learned what was going on down there. So then there's that. It's like, you're going to stick it in. I'm going to fucking go into shock and pain and pass out. But then there's the other thing. It's like, okay, but what about blowjobs? Okay, but still, I don't remember. So what if I just do all this and forget like I did last time? And that's your biggest fear, is last time. What happened last time is going to happen this time. Whatever it is. Mine, I'm just talking about sex. So it's like, I can't have a boyfriend or a relationship with the intention of marrying without the idea of sex. It's like, I want to marry you. But right when I think about the sex, I get fucking terrified. because of what's happened. It's not because I'm not a fucking absolute programmed dirty ass freak. It's because I want to be part of it and not just turn my head and just a shadow side of me have fun, and I'm not there. Crazy, right? Crazy. I'm gonna stop there. I think that's as deep as we can go. Let's see what the fuck is going on in the Sabbath. I went to Ostara. Interesting. I went straight to it. Okay. New beginnings, fire inside. Yule. We're not to Yule yet, are we? Darkness is one of the most powerful detriments in our advancement in life. However, whether it be dark outside on the moonless nights, darkness in the room that has no windows, or even our own darkness that we carry within us, darkness does not actually harm us. It has no actual power. Darkness just enables and encourages us to harm ourselves without thoughts and mind. Fear creeps in and manipulates us. I would literally just turn to this page on page 81. That's it. I'm being guided. That's some fucking bullshit. Where did I see that? The sun is beating on my back and my shirt just got all hot. Darkness helps us. Fear creeps in and manipulates us to believe that what awaits and lingers in the unseen darkness are the things we consider bad. And why is it bad? When in the midst of the darkness, we automatically assume that what lies in the unseen are bad things. Why don't we assume that in the unknown lies unseen joy, friends, treasures awaiting to be known? And that's what I do tell you, is that you have to, that's where all those things come from. From darkness, there is light. Darkness is just darkness, and the unknown is, by nature, the unknown. It's us who morph the unknown into monsters. We have the power, as we have known for the experience since childhood. If we are scared in the dark room, we have to do is turn on the light. All of the self-conjured fears sitting in that darkness disappears. And once we see that all the monsters... I'm hearing Marshall's song. Monsters that hid in the dark unknown were all in our minds. And that's it too. Why was I so afraid? Why? Then you understand why you were so afraid. Stop with all your songs. Marshall's songs are coming in heavy. We chuckle to ourselves in embarrassment and wonder why we got ourselves so scared over nothing. All we ever had to do is keep that light, even in a dim night light, lit within. Let's see. Within the inner light, wherever we go, our fears of uncertain future will dissipate along with the darkness with every step forward that we take. The fire inside. The fire inside is our most important asset in hard times. It is why, and that's why you're picking up so many fire signs, just to put that out there. It is why, which would be all of the wands are of the fire. Duh. 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 Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 1 wand. You wanna play Magic? Harry Potter? Light is part of the parasol of winter holidays celebrations around the world, including especially Yule. It is known to see the next step on our path, no matter how dark the tunnel or terrain through which we traverse, all while keeping us warm and safe. Fire outside of us can fall prey to the winds and the rain in nature and to fellow humans intent on sniffing out our light. Yet still, the fire inside keeps us Hold on, I'm seeing Ceridwen, I'm seeing the cauldron, I'm seeing that's, the light. And that was what I told you, Arnemedia, they're the light. You sit in the dark for hella long, bro. And then they'll see a light. And that's what you're looking for, that light, that break of light, that break, to see where you're going next. Where do I go from here? I've been in the dark for quite some time. But that's it. That's what happens when you come back into life. That's what they're showing me. I went to spiritual court, which is in essence, I left the body and went to heaven or judgment, wherever that place be. And instead of, on my way up to the light, I got judged. I got stopped. Because I usually am in the light, but on my way up I got stopped, and I got checked, and then literally got checked and got sent back. I didn't get back up to the light. I had to come back down here and fix some shit to go back up to the light. What is she doing? Hold on. I don't know. So sorry, the fire, I got distracted. I'm seeing pictures, they're showing me visions, but I can hear my car being turned on and off behind me. And I'm seeing Sarah Dwayne, and I'm seeing all this stuff. I'm so in the dark. Okay. All things are created from the darkness, and you have to face the fears in the darkness before you can see what's really in there with you. All that's in there with you are your fears at that time, but you don't really know what's in there with you. And really, what's in there with you? Nothing. You're just in there with your own feelings and your fears. In that part, right? Okay. So then you have to go through your fears and your feelings to get back to the light. And that's why that's why they put you in these places of darkness. And ultimately, as I'm saying, the Yule season, it happens, there's seasons to this bullshit, bro. There's a season to it. Let's see. Yet still the fire inside needs work to help to stay alight and grow inside. This ritual, it teaches you some rituals for meditation and stuff like that. But that's not really what I was really going into. It talks about embolic comes after it, because it's really a hard season that you go through. This season, the crone season, is all introspective. It's less light to shine, you know what I mean? You're sitting in the darkness, literally. December 21st is when that starts. They put me right there, but we're really supposed to be reading about some other shit, I thought. Let's see. Felt like it came up before that. Or maybe they just wanted to talk about it, because that's what I said, is that these are the goddesses of that time and of that season that take you into this. Let me see. Cancer, January. Where are we in January? Yeah, I'm just going to stop there. It was just confirmation. We're going through the dark night of the soul, and this is it. And there's always levels to it. We're always going through the dark night of the soul. I don't know if any of this is reflecting on you, but because I'm the fucking mirror, I'm going to make you reflect on it just by listening to it. And if this has something, please be brave. Why? Because I don't want to be the only one brave. I'm going to do it regardless. I have no choice. But the ultimate thing about what I do is I'm here to change other people too. I can do this because I've done this. I'm just going to do it better and get better at it. And it feels like it's the first fucking time. It feels like it's the worst time. But it's just the last time. And it's supposed to be the best time, because we're going to do it this time, and that's it. One more time is what I'm hearing. Again, there are moments in time. Am I going to sit wallowing in this? No. As we let it go, as we face it, you know what I mean? You face different levels of it, and then you see light, and you get inspiration, and that's it. It'll take you out of it, only to take you back into it. And it's just, I'm dark. I can't think. I can't see past what I feel. That's what it is you can't. And that's all, you're forced to feel. And you have to work your way through your feelings. And it's hard. I don't know how your mind works, but I explained to you that mine's very difficult. And I had a good cry, and that's where we are right now. And I'm praying to God that I've done enough work that He'll let me, you know what I mean? I'm provided for, and perhaps that's all He wants me to do, is take more time. Just sit still. But that's where that's where most of it happens, but sometimes you just can't. You're like, please don't make me sit still. I'm really going through it. Are you going through it? I know Marshall is in his own skin. I don't wish anybody's misery on anybody. But when I know that you're going through it and I'm going through it, it makes me know that we're going to get through it. And I get excited to know that other people are going through it and they're going to get through it, so that they ain't got to catch it again next year, or, next time, this lifetime, and fucking the next retrograde. It's my retrograde, bro. I spun the block, and I'm being a whole blockhead right here. And that's it. It's like, what's the right thing to do? What would you do if you were me? Everybody wants to, you know, criticize me and judge me and tell me what I should do with my life. But what if God just really you woke up Freaky Friday and you're like, open your eyes and you got my 2 kids right there. And you're really right here in this situation. How are you going to get out? With all these feelings, and all these memories, and all these gifts, and all this shit that's going on. Sometimes I can only do is just sit in the chaos and wait for it to ground. And that's the thing, is I'm not grounded. I said that was the fucking first videos. You gotta ground yourself. I'm literally in the dirt right now, but my eyes are looking at the things that are going on in front of me, but that's not what I see. When I say shit like that, it doesn't sound too inspiring about taking these moments and, you know, jumping into this dark shit like I do. But it's not an option for me. It is your free will choice to choose to acknowledge these things that lie within you, that are deemed bad by you and others, and learn to understand them and accept them and learn to let them breathe in some way. And as gross as it sounds, that's probably what everybody in the world is thinking, and it might actually be the real truth, bro. Is that I really might be sexually frustrated. Is the simplicity of it. That the one thing that I want is the one thing I fear most. The one thing that I fear most is the one thing that can actually help. And I'm hearing Marvin Gaye's sexual healing. In the sense of maybe I really do need it. The one part of me that's denied, you know. But it's not like I'm not trying. I got excited. I got a couple times. And that's what I said, is like, I just found this. Now I gotta put it away. Put it away now. And I tried. And I did. And I was like, alright, turn it off, turn it off. I used all my techniques to turn it off, and then they're like... And then he's over there trying to turn me on, and I'm over here dropping fucking turn on messages all the time. You're like, why don't you just go fuck somebody? That's so, like, out of my reality. It's just not real to me. It's never been real. I don't fuck people. I just get fucked. Fuck. Told you, Sheila in the gig, bro. Oh, God, I'm in it so deep. I just want to lay on the ground and cry. You look at yourself, you're like, you're so fucked up. How are you going to be better? And all I can do is feel it. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You'll be okay. We'll figure this out. You're going to be okay. I know what's wrong with you. They raped you. They did all these things to you. You're going to be okay. You're going to be married one day. It'll be okay. You'll feel like that for someone else. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Why did he give me feelings like this for a married man? I can't even hold my head up. I literally had to lay down. The dark night of the soul is so real. I told you, you'll be fine, and then you'll be in a fetal position. Just dying. Alright, pick your head up, bitch. Oh, I can't do anything. And that's what God did. He made it so that I can't. Is this the devil? That was a good one. Oh, God, I wish. Oh, the devil makes you feel good. All those devilish things. Exploring your shadows and being your dark side is supposed to make you feel good. This is God. Oh, God. No wonder they didn't turn to you, Jesus. I'm hanging on the cross. Probably upside down and stuff. Fuck. Hey, are you psychologically damaged? Have you had... No, just kidding. It only gets worse. I swear to you, dude. This is just this week. That's fucking... I told you. Fucking Sagittarius season. I'm gonna face myself. How long is the season? This fucking... I'm ready for a holly jolly Christmas. This is some bullshit. Fuck. My face hurts from wiping it. I mean, it literally does. We do this kind of shit, and then if I get through this today with the sun on my face, and that's why you do this at night, during the day, bro. It is so much more... You can't do it at night. I don't know if you could. The nights are for me. I don't do this shit at night, bro. Fine, fuck up my whole day, dude. Have me fucking crawled over, fucking burning me with my own pain. And that's why I said the fucking light is blinding. And the night when this fucking sun goes down, it all makes sense. It'll all feel better. The stars will be there. The moon. All these fucked up masculine feelings will go away. Of right and wrong and, you know, fucking fleshly feelings. And that's what I said. The sun is your divine masculine pushing you. It's your drive, your Mars, pushing you to do the right thing and be the best you can be. If you don't fucking get off of me, I don't even know who I am. I know who I was. Fuck am I supposed to be in this life? Well, that's right. You're supposed to come and save the fucking world. You're going to show people how to heal themselves. You're going to... Shut the fuck up. Get on my face, bro. That's what I mean. I know what I'm fucking here to do. It's the doing that is... Oh, fuck. And then they'll show me. If it gets too bad, they'll pull me out. But they'll show me the end. They always show me the end, and it's like, fuck, fine. Keep going, bitch. Keep going. Keep going. I'm not alone, though. Neither are you. And that's why it's so important for me also to teach you how to connect with the Spirit, with God, with your ancestors and your loved ones, and to be able to connect with your soul tribe. I flipped out on... This is what happened. Let me tell you the full story what happened this morning. I didn't go to work last night. I got a text message this morning saying that I had to pay my bridge payment by fucking 12 o'clock. Or I'd have to pay another full payment. I was like, oh my god, Becky, what did you do? So I had to race this morning to go make some fucking money to pay this phone bill, right? I made it exactly the amount. That and 85 cents. Anyways, while I'm doing it, afterwards I get the money and I'm sitting here and I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. And I hear a ring in my ear. And I know it's Bobby's ring. I know it's his frequency. And I haven't heard frequencies anymore, but I know it's his. I'm like, I can hear your frequency. He's like, I don't know what fucking voice you're hearing in your head. So anyways, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna do that. Then right after, I'm in a conversation with this person, and I flip out on this person, and I talk myself off, and I told him exactly what was happening. I was like, check back with me after you get off of work, and we'll see if I was able to, you know, unpack all of this bullshit, and we can reassess, and maybe I'll come over like I said I was going to. What happened? Dude, he was trying to help me out. He knows that, you know what I mean? He knows, and it was a great idea. It was great. He has no companionship, no friendship. He's a good hard worker. I met him from one of my job sites, and this and that. We've talked many, 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 many times, right? He's like, you know, he's checking on me. He has throughout this, you know, every week or so, he sends a message to check on me, and I just, you know, it's hard to connect with me. And so he's like, well, you know, I have not been at work. You know how hard I work. I've let my house go. He's like, I could hook you up with a couple extra bucks. You want to come over and help me clean my house? And that was it. I was like, that'd be perfect. I was like, but, you know, I know this would be good for you because then you can totally dump me, because that's what I really do. And, you know, I was explaining. I was like, you know, you have no companionship, and I'll be able to sit there and you'll be able to just, you know, let all that shit out, which is good for you. It's like, yeah, you know, there's other things too. And he was being, you know, very respectful of it, taking a chance, like, you know, and said something about a massage or something. I don't really exactly know what he said, but I lost my shit and called him Epstein and Epstein and Weinstein so fast. And I was like, no, I feel like, and then I was like, hold on, I apologize. Let me explain. And I thought you would, I hope that you understand, because I have told you about my background, and I told you that this is what I do and that I have been celibate for all of this time, and I just got triggered and all this stuff. And I was like, so let me just kind of try to unpack this and call me back later. And at that moment, I'm like, oh my God, bro, what the fuck did you just do? Is it real, or you're creating this in your head? Was he really going to try to get you in the house and try to fucking touch you? Or was he just trying to fucking hang out with you, help you out with some money, and you lost your fucking shit? oh my God, right? And that would be one of those moments I run to Marshall, right? And I talk myself through it with Marshall. But then there was Bobby. He was there. And I was like, my intuition was like, look, there's a friend. I'm like, I can't talk to him about any of this shit. He's talking about some crazy, stupid shit. And he was. But his crazy, stupid shit got me off of the crazy, stupid shit I was already on and took me into another level of crazy, stupid shit. But ultimately, it was like, you know, the connections, right? In the sense of, I heard a ring in my ear and I followed the fucking, you know, I followed the dog fucking whistle in my ear. Not knowing that every time I talk to him, it's a fucking shit show, bro. Because he's not being honest or truthful. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. What the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, I want to fucking talk to you. And every time I talk to you, I feel fucking bad. So I don't want to fucking talk to you. This is what's going on around here, right? So I follow this ring-a-ding-ding. And I've got this open conversation that I'm having with him. And then all of a sudden I get stuck in this really dark place. And can, not knowingly, have set a seed so that when I came out of this dark place, I have a face to catch me. You know what I mean? And that's like, I set a bomb. I set a trap for myself. But did I? Because all I heard was him. I heard his ring, and I said, is there something you want to say? He's like, you might have heard my stomach growling. I said, what the fuck does that mean? Then you know what he said? Do you have AM or P or FM pussy? What are you talking about? You're confusing me. I thought you didn't. And this is the same person that told me they didn't want to give me no dick, and I had a problem. Do you understand that this is really, he's mind fucking me, but I can't be mad because my mind was already fucked, and I did some fucking weird shit with his mind in the beginning too. So I'm trying to like, it's like looking at myself and like, do you want me? You don't want me. What the fuck are you doing? What are we huh? I don't even want to talk to you. And that's where I'm like, oh fuck off. And so going back to this whole spiritual thing is, as I'm going through this video, I can hear Marshall's, you know what I mean, songs talking to me. You know what I mean? My connection with Marshall's talking. My connections to all these guys is coming in to soothe the story and be part of the story, you know what I mean, to be part of my life, right? Now, these are actual people, but there's also those outside, you know, where, you know, especially Pac, my spirit guides are coming in and they're walking me through it. But then there's also, you know what I mean, my mother, and then there's Egyptians, and then there's, you know, as I'm going through all these timelines and all of these different things, it's like there's so much encouragement for you during these times that's available, but you're not able. And that's why I put a lot of pressure, and I need to expand you into understanding this Holy Spirit and all of the different measures of how it's speaking to you, and how I can just sit here and say, fuck you, God. You know what I mean? Knowing, because I'm like, you know, all of this conversation that I'm having with all different parts of the universe, while I'm still right here, dying in my skin, but still part of this whole collective universe of past, present, and future. And with a full unknowing of what's happening in this moment. I don't know what the fuck is happening with me and any of my connections. I'm not leading on anybody. I am in a relationship with anybody. I don't have a fucking friend. You know what I mean? Like, they're real, but in the sense of they're not here in this life. They're not like and they're not in the physical. And they can't physically come in because of what's wrong with me physically. Do you get how fucking fucked up this shit is? Hey, but at least we burnt some good shit. And so, I'm here to do a job, and you get caught up in the job. But that is the job, right? I get caught up in the emotions of what I'm doing, but that's what I came to do, is to do the emotions. And I just, like, don't want to deal with the emotions or do the job, but that's not even real. So it's just like, you know, where's the, again, in my case, there's no free will. Whereas you can somewhat, no, I don't believe so. I don't believe you can really put it away. I don't believe you can put the awakening away. You just become more awakened. And it becomes harder. because you're so awake and everybody else is so asleep. I'm the only fully awoken soul. Always trying to, I thought I was going to awaken, but trying to guide the awakening to where they're awoke enough to not fear so much. But the more I show of who I am, the more they fear of what I am. But I'm nothing more than a soul, just like you. And if you're with me, then you're part of my soul tribe. And you were meant to be part of this. And I don't understand why you fear it so much. I don't know, you know, when it comes down to me, it's like, you fear what I'm gonna do to you? I'm not hurting anyone but myself. Really, my kids are fine. They're fine. Right now, we had typical Saturday. I would have, if I had it in me, I would have gone to the thrift store and had fun and, you know, did the typical stuff. But it's just a typical day, and that's what it is. Like, it could have been the best Saturday, or it can be the worst. It's just where your consciousness is. How deep are you in your thoughts and your feelings? And is that a bad thing that you're in your thoughts and feelings? Because, like, one day we got to do this. One day we're going to have to unpack this. And then you get in it and you just want to get the fuck out of it. It's like cleaning out your closet. Shut up, Marshall. Like, God, it's like you're just sitting and there's like everything is all over and you're like, I don't even know where to put anything now. Where did it even come from? That's what I mean. I don't even know where this came from. I don't even know where my sexual desire came from, but it's here finally. And to run from it is stupid because I didn't have one. I didn't have sexual desire, and that's why I'm upset. But then you like see it and you're like, you can do it. I can be upset. I can be mad about it, but I can't force it. I can't force myself to do something that I'm not ready to do. And you wouldn't understand that, but now you're starting to understand Lilith. Why didn't I just lay with Adam in the garden? I don't know. I felt like he had power. I felt like he thought he was better than me. I don't know. I had never laid. No animal had. That was the ability God gave us, was to make more. That's what God made me for, and I didn't do it. And God cursed me. If I wasn't going to lay with Adam, I wasn't going to have children, because he wanted it, his children. So I laid with other beings. The dark. And that's why all my children were cursed. But why didn't I lay with Adam? I can't answer that. I can just see the moment. Why didn't I just submit to you? Because God made this story this way. There's no reason. He led me through the garden. I mean, I guess we walked through the garden together and I let him bleed, but not there. And I guess, you know, if you look at it, why not there? Because God made me more powerful in that way. Us women on top are always more powerful. We're more powerful on top than you ever will. And when you put us on top, when you get on top of us, it's only for your power. But when we get on top, it's only for your pleasure. Truthfully. That's what I'm seeing as it's played out. This is probably the longest video. That's what I said. My son said, how long is your video going to be? I was like, they're typically an hour. He's like 2 hours. I was like, don't say that. It probably will be. This is probably the longest video. How long is it? 2 hours, 154. Wait. 155 is about to be. This is a whole movie. It's not a movie. It's my life, and it's just a Saturday. Tomorrow will be in the sun after I get through this dark period of my feelings. It just means I'll have more compassion, understanding, and love for myself and others about sexuality. That's all. That's all. Hey. Oh, God. I don't know how to close this. How do you? That's what I mean. Where do we put this? I unpacked everything. Where am I supposed to put this? I just missed my plane. My fucking baggage is everywhere. My fucking dirty underwear, everything. Was she wearing underwear? No, it's a chastity belt. I told you. Assholes. Oh, she's a fucking sex worker, and she's a slut, and she's a hoe, and your mama. Motherfucker. Sorry, that wasn't nice. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna deal with myself. I hope you deal with yourself, and I hope that next time we don't have to deal with this, it won't be so ugly. Hopefully we'll be better. Ha! Laters, haters.